They call it the March Madness, and I think the most sought out 3 days of the year is coming up next week, at least the weekend. But my memories go back not as a 3-day game, from a 2-day game onwards. So, as a kid who went to St. Thomas's College, watching the 2-day game, and then after the centenary, converting it into a 3-day game was definitely a memorable incident. And from the boys' tent to different tents, and then into more family tents, carrying your children in there, definitely beautiful memories that we have. And I was really happy and proud to hear that, for the third consecutive year, that my bank that I work for, it's the Bank with a Heart, is the official banking partner of the Roito, as we very fondly call it. Well, Roito is a game which is full of traditions, and I'm very sure that the bank will continue and make this a traditional thing where we would be the official sponsors of the game for many years to come. So as long as I am in the bank, I would like to be part of it as a Oltomian, a sponsor of the game, and one of the most memorable events which is patronized by so many who take their time off from many distant countries to come for these particular 3 days and enjoy themselves. So enjoy the Royal Thomian coming up this week. Thank you. It's a Thora victory.
When the calendar turns into the page of March, different jitters go down my spine, and knowing that the Battle of the Blues, the mother of all big matches, comes to life in the second week of month of March. Since I was a kid, I've been visiting the Royal Thomian. As a royalist, I've been proud to wave my flag, wear my colors during that 3 days and throughout the month as well. My memories at Royal Thomian are many. It's a too short a video to explain all that. Many of the memories as an old boy is blurred, but as a kid I remember most of the days as well, the winnings to the defeats to the draws, and the fun from the boys' tent to the visitors' tent to the Colts' tent that we have had. Among many of those memories, what I cherish the most is 1993 big match, when end of second day Royal College was trailing behind. We won our second innings 53 for 4. Everybody was writing off Royal and thinking of St. Thomas's victory by the third day morning. But gritty Gamini Pereira walked in, not a tall guy, walked in, hammered 144 runs, putting all the Thomian hopes into shatters. That to date is my fondest memory, and Gamini Pereira incidentally being one of my coaches during when I played cricket as well. A good friend to date as well. So that's one of the magnificent innings that I've ever seen in Royal Thomian history. Among that, in the recent past, some of the victories we have had have been significant ones as well. I've been a proud partner of this event as a sponsor. Now as the official bank, it's proud to partner the college and the St. Thomas's rivalry, and being the official banker and at the 141st Battle of the Blues. I wish both teams the best of luck, and I believe the DS Senanayake Challenge Shield will be back where it belongs at Reed Avenue by end of this year. Royal victory.
So the one thing that I can remember about the Royal Thomian was probably as far back as when I was in grade 5, I think. That was when I attended the first Royal Thomian as a schoolboy, and I had to go into the boys' tent for the first time. And that to me was quite a memorable experience, because that was the first time that we were sent for an event of that size all on our own without any parental guidance or anything like that. So that actually stands out as the most sort of event that I can day that I can remember the Royal Thomian. But ever since then, I don't think I have missed many Royal Thomians. I've been overseas for a while. Even during that time, I used to always come back for the Royal Thomian. So as an employee of Ceylon Bank, I'm actually really proud that Ceylon is involved with the event, and we keep getting involved with the Royal Thomian, and I'm actually very proud to be a part of the Ceylon team and proud to be part of this event as a corporate sponsor. Go Royal, but may the best team win.
I recall my fondest memory of Royal Tho. Yes, I'm a 5th generation Thomian, and the best memory that I would remember is going for a match on the third day to realize that there was no match on the third day because it has ended early and I was not at all aware where we stood. So the biggest challenge was for me to get back home and explain what had happened or what had gone wrong. But as a child, we always looked forward for the Royal Thomaian match as the biggest event in our calendar. And there was no joy, or there was nothing. I mean, I would say the main event that we looked forward in college was the Royal Thomaian match. And not only the specific 2 or the 3 days match, but the days at least a week prior, where we were on the roads and we had all the humor and entertainment on the roads as a child, which we still adore. So although the conditions have changed, I think even our current generations enjoy on that context. And we should, as a nation, have our own limits of the fun that we make, but we need to allow our children to continue have all this fun that we used to have for generations. So not only the match, during the match, before the match, after the match, all these joys that are unique, which are generated or started with the Royal Tho needs to go forward, and Royal Thomaian should be an example for the entire nation or even for other countries to follow. So I think my fondest memory, I would say, is the match that ended very much earlier than intended, and but still I can recall we were on the ground and we enjoyed that day. Although we lost the match, we enjoyed and went home again at the same time that we would have gone home if the match continued till 5 o'clock. And I'm really proud of Ceylon Bank for sponsoring or being the banker for a Royal Thomaian, which event I consider as a main event in the entire country. Go Thora, go! This is our year. Go Thora, go!
Yeah, so it's that time of the year, and the Royal Thomaian to me is 3 days of having fun, meeting old friends, and letting yourself go. Well, in terms of the teams, I would like to wish both teams all the very best. And also, since we all know the DSN Nayaka Memorial Trophy belongs at Reed Avenue, I would like to also wish the Royalists a little more luck in this year's encounter. Thank you.
Hi all, happy to share a few thoughts with you on the eve of the 141st Battle of the Blues, the Royal Thomaian cricket encounter. As Ceylon Bank, we are proud and privileged to be associated with the event as the official banker. We have been the official banker for the last 3 years. This is the 3rd year. And personally, and as an old royalist, the event has a lot of meaning and significance for me. It's been a long time that I've been attending this event. Firstly, as a schoolboy in the boys' tent, and now of course we can't go to the boys' tent, but in various different tents. If I were to describe the event and the sentiments in 2 short words, it's basically friendly rivalry. Started, when we were in the boys' tent, it was all about winning. We wanted to win the match. We wanted Royal to win the match. It was then, of course, a 2-day event. But so that was all. But eventually, a little by little, it evolved into something much more. Something where an event where you went to meet up with old friends from both sides. So the rivalry was still there, but the friends, the friendliness, the people we met and the connections we made that endured through all this time has taken much more significance now. So it's a place where you can go meet somebody you haven't met for 10 years, but just pick up from where you left off and delve into the old stories, old memories. So that's what it is now, and obviously the spirit in which the game is played and spirit in which the spectators exchange banter and taunt each other, but it's all in good spirits. And we take away each year good memories from the event. So I'll conclude by wishing both teams, the Royalists and the Thomians, a great match. Obviously, we all want it to last the 3 days, and of course, after the last session in the third day, nobody really cares where it goes. But so to the teams, have a great match, and to everybody who comes to watch and enjoy, I would like to take this opportunity to wish both teams, the Royalists and the Thomians, a great match, great competitive, enjoyable encounter, and for every Royalist and Thomians and their families, kids, wives who flock to the grounds to enjoy the spectacle, a great 3 days of enjoyment, good rivalry and good cheer. All the best. Thank you. Of course, it would not be really complete or proper if I don't say go Royal and practice for what I have to do in the next 3 days. Thank you.